What happens when a promoter texts you, "I'm working on this event and we'd love to have a guitar player from the district play this beautiful and legendary status song. I thought of you. What do you think?" And at the same time that I'm really excited to do it and even think to myself, I have the perfect guitar for it that I had made for these specific scenarios and you wouldn't even imagine, but I love the song and I've been wanting to cover it for years. There's only one problem. I look at my schedule and calendar, and between work and all sorts of other projects, I only have a maximum of 10 days to work on it. Crazy, right? Perhaps. This is what this documentary is all about. This is an obvious example of what I like to call the autopilot syndrome. Nothing very crazy here. This might be the only time I have to practice.
I left my backpack at home.
My computer just can't handle it. You really can tell I'm sick. So update, it sucks ass. It sounds really, really bad. Gonna have to figure out another solution. Okay, so I was out teaching for the morning and now I'm home for lunch, so I'm going to be practicing the song. I'm feeling quite better than I was yesterday, but I'm still feeling a bit tired. My intention was to work on the arrangement today and figure out some orchestration and other instruments for it, but I feel like I really gotta practice the song because I'm not really feeling super confident about playing the whole arrangement the whole way through. I now have the time to play the song once, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll go teach throughout the afternoon, and when I get home, I'll go back to just practicing the song. I think for right now, I'll try to play both at the same time and give you guys a bit of a performance and see where we are at and what we can try to work on. I already know there are some things that I'm going to just straight away fail at, but yeah, let's try and figure this out. Bah. Alright, so overall, honestly, not as bad as I thought it would go. I kind of fucked it up mostly at the end, which, what a surprise. It's the one part that I changed from the original, so the one part I had practiced the least. But hey, for someone who was sick yesterday and didn't really practice as much as he should have, I don't think it's that bad. I'm gonna go have lunch, cheat, and then when I come back, I'm going to practice this hard, give you guys a little bit of an update on the things that I think I should work on. Alright, I'm now home from work. It's around 8:30 p.m. I'm outside again with the guitar, and I want to be practicing with no distractions. It's slightly cooler inside, but I know if I go inside, I'll just be on the computer, and I'll get a bunch of distractions, and I want to get this song right, because I actually have a time frame, specifically, of when I have to play it, so I want to make sure I got this right. I'll try to just practice along with it, not a lot of distractions. I'll film a time-lapse or something of my practicing. Right now, I want to focus not only on getting the structure and all the different variations I made right, but I also want to work on things that I'm still struggling with, like the chromatic descending part. I'm not quite sure of which notes to use. I want to get that right. And I also want to be working on like the lower inversion section of the main riff of the song. So yeah, I guess be on the lookout for that. And yeah, I'll update you when I have more things going on. Alright, so a bit of an impromptu lighting situation, because it turned out way darker, way sooner than I was expecting. The clouds are very gray and dark today, so I'm guessing it might be a rainy summer night for today. I'm still gonna stay out here practicing because it's just chill and there are not a lot of flies or mosquitoes right now. Probably I'm attracting them with this bright flashing light, but yeah, I guess that's part of the deal. So far, I'm getting more and more confident about playing it. I figured out the chromatic section. I know what to play now. I just gotta get good at it. There's just a couple of little details that I'm not quite sure if I'm going to just play exactly as they are on the arrangement, or if I'm going to play it my way. I'll probably just play it my way. Because, you know, when you're actually playing it rather than practicing, probably more inspired to do different things. I tried to focus mostly on, like, the lower inversion section. That was something I needed to work on. Especially the second lower inversion section in the last chorus. I just need to be focused. Being tired from being sick and it being so late in the day, I don't have as much energy as I would appreciate, but yeah, I'm still gonna keep up at it for a little bit more. But yeah, I'm back inside, plugged into the noise machine, and I am going to try and play this one more time because it's getting late. I kind of want to have some dinner and do something with the rest of my day that isn't just working, because otherwise I'm gonna go insane. And it also serves as a little bit of a reality check for me at this point, because I think I'm getting this pretty well under my fingers, but like it's a different experience to just practice it and to actually play along with the track. So let's see how we go. And yeah. What? Just went back to the beginning, okay? keep forgetting about this section. Honestly, not too bad. Was expecting worse. Overall, have to work on the lower inversion section. Some of the timings, of course, because I kind of did the little time signatures and retardandos and variations as I was feeling them when I wrote the arrangement and was playing it first. So if I'm going to follow this verbatim, which again, I'm still not sure if I'm gonna, it's gonna make me have to memorize all those different little passages, variations and stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not the best at memorizing little variations and stuff. I still have a little bit of time, I guess, and I'm not that tired even if I am tired, so I'm going to play it one more time just for the funsies, then we'll quit it for today. autopilot mode. Ah. Gee, I can't even let that one go, bro. I gotta try that one again. if this doesn't go to show that sometimes you're just too tired and suck too much ass, then I don't know what does. This is an obvious example of what I like to call the autopilot syndrome. I played it the first time, I was conscious, I was feeling the vibes, and I was paying attention to the tune, the melody, the form, and for the most part, I did pretty okay. I don't think it was perfect, flawless, or even a version that I would record and just settle with. But if I'm being straight with you guys, if for some reason they changed the date and I had to play it tomorrow, and the first version was what turned out, I'd be pretty okay with it. And I think that left me with a little bit of false security, which led me to relax too much on the second version and not really pay attention nor focus on it, which made me just fuck up completely from beginning to end. Because it's how I usually say, like, my students will know this because I've mentioned it plenty of times. Sometimes we get way overconfident, we enter autopilot mode, and we fuck up things that honestly we are pretty much able to play, even if not in the most relaxed, out of character state, because we're just somewhere else with our minds. So if for some reason you didn't believe me, now you do. And while in a perfectly male autism way, I would go the gaming route and be like, we can't stop on a loss, right? We gotta end the night on a win. I don't think I'm gonna do another take of this song. I know I got what it takes to do it. I'm probably just way too tired and way too much out of focus to do this right now, and it's also pretty late, but I think we're doing alright. So yeah, now for sure, thank you to all of you guys who watched so far. I hope this was somewhat entertaining. You guys are usually so supportive, even right now as I'm doing these videos and I'm editing other ones and publishing other ones. You guys are being always very supportive, and I really can't thank you guys enough. So yeah, I can only hope to see you in another video, but yeah, anywho, I'm gonna stop this because I'm just rambling at this point. My computer just can't handle it. I'm getting really tired. I then kind of exploded much more onto here. Not only do I not have the patience right now to feel a little bit more disconnected and not so rhythmically tight, I also don't have the full amount of time to do it. Shouldn't I be giving the people what they want? Kinda crazy and almost chaotic, but I think it works. But yeah, I just can't manage it anymore. And I'm going to try and do something with it. I know I wanted to break people's expectations a little bit. I'm not going to tell you that I don't care, but I don't care enough. Hello there. So I don't know if you know, but this is part of a documentary I made. Now, you can hypothetically just wait a couple of days until a new shorter video where it's all segmented down will come out, or you can just go into my YouTube channel and watch the full documentary, which was honestly how I envisioned this content to go, but not everyone's going to go watch a long documentary, so yeah, either go watch the documentary or just wait a couple of days. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and stay tuned for more if you want to indeed stay tuned for more.